Hello, my fellow demons, angels, and of course mortals. So, before I get into this episode, or video, I'd like to mention I may never, ever do this again. But, as you can probably see, today we're playing Robloxian High School. Well, not really playing. I'm fed up. Listen, I understand that the developers, they want to make this game better. And I don't mind that. I like the fact they added pets. No, it is not like whatever it's freaking called, where it's all about pets. I never played it. And I like the small little details they've kept in, like what we will get through in a second. But, let's get to flying, shall we? Now, in this video, I will be talking about the few things I like, and the many things I don't. Starting with a quick tour around the whole area. Now, one thing I do like is these little neighborhoods. Although I think they take up way too much room. They could have been done a lot better, and I, for one, frankly, think it was unneeded to have it have so many of them that just have, 9 houses? Yeah. 3, 6, well, that's 8. 3, 6, 7, 8. And I think it's unneeded. The names, on the other hand, like Blueberry Drive, or Pear Palace, and Banana Boulevard. Banana Boulevard is by far my favorite. The naming is great, 10 out of 10. But I don't see the need for it. I really don't. And there's Strawberry Appleville, where it's just huge, and I don't see a reason for it. Now, things they've kept, like this giant racetrack, or the beach area, or the camping ground that is all the way over there. Hold on. They've also kept the skate park, and one of the things I think was actually one of the best things to keep is the bridge that is all the way over there. Never mind, right there. Although in the first, well, not the first, it was like the 4th map change, the bridge was a lot bigger, and I liked it when it was that big. I think it was the 3rd, no, I'm pretty sure it was the very first map that I got accustomed to. It's back when they had, believe it or not, apartments instead of houses. That's what I grew up with Robloxian High School. There was apartments instead of houses. And I met some great people on there. They changed my life forever. And the original Robloxian High School. This school, looked nothing like it. There was no huge manta statue in the middle. I don't mind it. I actually think it's a nice touch. I think it's absolutely adorable. But there was never this. The auditorium had a lot better of a back area. The gym, I can't remember much about it. And, okay, so one of the big things, let me just fly over to where it was. You know, after I fly over here, I'm going to start actually pausing and playing so I can keep track of this and waste less of your guys' time. I flew to the wrong spot anyway. 1 minute. As we approach this underpass, you will see what I mean. Also, I've taken to flying with jetpack instead of a hang glider. They used to have a tunnel much like this in what I would say the first Robloxian High School map. Although, midway through it, there was a huge parking garage, and it made for some awesome, secret area hideouts and things like that. I wish they kept that somewhere in this map. Now, this one, I know it probably wasn't intentional by the devs or anything, but in that first map, there was this huge block underneath of the map, which it wasn't too hard to get to. You could just fly under the water, like so. not much for flying, more like falling. Okay, I'm too lazy to go farther. But you would fly under the map. It took no difficulty at all. And there was this just huge block. Now that made for some awesome dragon or demon related roleplays, because you know me, I'm a demon, so anything remotely related to anything that could be used as a hell was perfect. Now, as you can see, I am not impressed. There has not been a single area like that we could be remotely using as a hell since that update. Since the map afterwards. This one, hold on. This shouldn't take too much time. I'm just gonna fall through the map, kind of, not really. Now, this tiny little block you will see me flying to. You see that right there? You see this? This is the most we've gotten in so long. And you want to see how big it is? If I can land on it. See? You see this? Listen. The hell we used to have, no joke, was 20 times this size. You think of a Minecraft chunk, it took up a square of them, like 4 Minecraft chunks. And it just disappoints me. It disappoints me. Now, there is one thing that almost redeems that, but not quite. It's the use of these tiny hills and mountains and almost tunnels. There is one actual mountain, but I will get to that later. Not mountain, cave. And caves, I think, were a wonderful touch. It makes for secret hideouts and drama. And it's... if you want to get away from random people who just ruin roleplays, random spots like that, completely perfect for it. But I wish the map was bigger when it comes to these natural areas. Like, it just cuts off here. Same with the desert. And the desert one, I wouldn't mind being continued. It'd make for some, like, just help, I'm trapped in the middle of a desert type drama, you know? Or stranded on an island, but the island's a lot farther away. Like, you get a free hang glider in the game. Unless they change that, and I've kept it forever. So, like, why not use the hang glider and go across the tiny little bit of water you have to, and start, like, drama like that. Now, as I was saying, there's a tiny, 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 tiny cave. I'm done with this hang glider. It's nice, and it's purple, you know me, favorite color in purple and blue, so I like it. But I think there should be more. Now, I like how they've incorporated and kept the campgrounds. I think this is actually one of the better, or if not the best, campground they've done. So, I like the campground. I like it. And I do like the waterfall. Although I kind of wish you could go inside the waterfall area, but you can't. It's just rocks. See? Just rocks. Now, another thing. The school, I wish it still had that old feel, you know? This one, it feels a lot more like a college than a high school with how big it is. That's really all I gotta say about the school. It's changed so much, so I don't really know the type of idea they're going with it. Next thing on our list. The skate park. I know this one's not actually on them, but around the second update in, skateboarding was awesome. Like, it was top-notch and there were no glitches with it. Now, there's no fun to it. You used to be able to fly up things so much better. The camera movements weren't so glitchy. You used to be able to do tricks. Even if they were accidental, you used to be able to do tricks. But now, you get this. And I understand that's probably because Roblox is terrible at updating things properly, to the point where it just ruins everything. But I remember back when Kenyara was still small-ish, she would do little flips and tricks, and she would land on her head and accidentally do backflips, and I was dead set on making her do backflips for like a whole hour until drama started up again in the roleplay. Now, onto one of my best, the avatar editors. Thankfully, there hasn't been anything that's overridden it in a while, but I've had to deal with all of my outfits being cleared once or twice, and me having multiple OCs and characters I roleplayed with, it definitely got on my nerves. So as you can see, I have a whole bunch of them that I haven't used in forever, because I've just stopped playing Roblox in high school. It's just not the same. But when it comes to avatar editor, I will not complain. They're always, and I mean damn near always, adding new items that just suit any type of character you want to draw. You want to draw a cute little maid wolf, and you got a cute little maid wolf. I actually used Galaxy's main outfit for this, and that just added a maid outfit look to it. But you want a cute little maid wolf? Easy enough. Let's say you want your demon in an almost murdered form. Well, you can't really do much for that because it's Roblox. You're not going to get much for blood, but they got bandages, if that counts any. And when it comes to the avatar editor, this is one thing I just love. Searching up things like horns or wings, especially wings, or tails. One of the most perfect things when it comes to creating characters that I like to create. Obviously, demons and dragons. And there are always just wonderful different types of horns that just fit almost every aesthetic you could ever go for. Like, you want something fierce, something royal, something straight out awesome, or just kind of like mystic or ice. We got fire, we got like fairy type stuff going on here, rocks. It's just perfect. Now, wings. Wings have always been difficult. You can never really find one that'll completely suit the character you're going for, but you always find ones that are almost near it. Like, you can go for angelic, but they just never seem to always want to bend right. Or you could go for something that almost looks perfect in the type you want, but you can't color it properly. Or we got like fairy wings, angel wings. I don't really know if they're considered angel wings. I don't know what they are. But we got tiny demon wings, like pixie-like angel wings, things that look straight out awesome, but because they're black, you can't color them. And you know me, I got no life, so I'll spend Robux on whatever I think is cute or cool. And of course, I got the recoloring. Sorry, I don't know what the word was. A pass, there we go. I got the recoloring game pass. Hey, you even got pizza wings if you want to make something that is just addicted to pizza. Or food monsters. Food monsters work. Like, you got wings for any type of creature, but it's just difficult when you can't color them. Like, if they remove the color, and you could recolor them from white to anything like this, then that would be just perfect. This is one of the wings I went for Kenyara for who knows how long. And then I switched to, well, switched from these to that, and then from these. It suits almost anything, and one of my favorite wings, one of the first wings that I just fell in love with, They're just gargoyle wings from what I know of, right? Yeah. And these were the wings Kinyara had before she was actually a dragon demon. She was just a demon because her father's an asshole. Anyway, so enough about random bits of Kinyara's backstory. Let's move on to the tails. Now, tails have moved from here to there every few updates. Like, we got them just in the belt category right now. They used to be in the same category as wings for a few updates, I think. But yeah, with here, you got, like, random dinosaur tails, dragon tails, ponytails, more dragons, squirrels, chipmunks, the whole 9 yards. We got alligator tails and lizard tails. And we got those rainbow cat tails for all you awesome people out there. I always like the newer models, as I just think they make characters look a lot more cool, in a sense that you can just have a lot more freedom with them. But there's also just a lot of different things as well, like cute little things like this, which I think is from another game, isn't it? It reminds me of another game. I can't remember what it's called. But you got random little bat effects for Halloween nerds. We got books for all those actual nerds out there, or like if you just want to do some spells, you know? And we got like diamonds, maybe the Chaos Emeralds, who would know? We got sharks. Jaws reference? Who would know? We got skirts and dogs. That's actually pretty cute. And more tails. I don't think I saw that one when I searched up tail. And we got different effects and like colors. I love it, but there are some things like that I just wish were white so you could just color them better. Now, the clothing. Of course, it's Roblox. A lot of it, you can't really do much about it. It's not like the actual outfits, or not really outfits, items like this where it says like UGC. You can't have a lot of fun with them. You can't have them poking out of wherever and have it detailed along with just simple. And there isn't too much from categories since a lot of people just create what they want, and like it's pretty hard to just create items that work 100%. And then you got these things which just, I don't know if they've downloaded something wrong, but there's a lot of these. There's just so many. They've gotten better at it, I think. I wouldn't really know. No, okay, never mind. They've gotten worse. But there is a lot to choose from. We got pants and shirts. There's a lot of things that repeat just in general, and there are of course the things that just repeat because they're virused or something. That's my best guess. And yeah, we got a lot of hairstyles, and I love the hairstyles a lot. But again, one of those things I wish there was just a plain white for almost everything so you can color it properly. And by coloring it, let's show you what I mean. Taking this completely white and going into the settings. And here you can choose the hue. Well, of course you gotta turn the saturation up, brightness down to get that not so neon glow. But you can change the hue. Let's say you want brown hair. You find the browns, make it darker. I don't think I know how to color anymore. There we go. Find the browns, you're good to go. Let's say you want red hair. Love those redheads. Not really what I was going for, but you get the point. Like, we got the dark blues that you gotta kind of find that perfect blue so it doesn't seem neon, but it doesn't really want to seem gray. And like just some things that somehow look green when they really shouldn't. Now, let's say you take this pink. You'd love the hairstyle, but it's just not in your color. Let's say you want it green. That's not the green you'll ever want. You turn down the brightness so it's almost the color, but then it's just too black, and you like turn it just the proper way and you can still see that hue of pink. Now, I understand that developing a game is really, really difficult, and I don't want to, like, just kind of hit them too hard with all this, but I just wish there was some things that they kept. Just out of the blue things that, sure, maybe, like, you'd take some, like, difficulty getting to, like hell, or just a block under the world that anyone could interpret as anything. Or just random things that you just should have kept in because it made it interesting, like the random underground garage that was in a hill somewhere. The apartments, I'm happy they got rid of that. That was a shit show. That was an absolute shit show. Funny, but there was walls poking out of everywhere, and it was that's another thing. Walls. I remember them mentioning something about having an almost Sims-like build. I'm guessing they ditched that idea, but just having the idea to build walls... Yeah, having the ability to build walls just wherever would make for things that are just absolutely awesome. Like this, for example. Like, it's nice, but too big. And a wall just right here would be perfect. Also, I've implemented most of my art into Roblox, but I'll make another video on that another time. And like just things that don't really need to have a wall around them. Hold on, or like this house is one of my favorites, mostly because it actually represents the house in Demon Girl pretty well. But this house has some problems. I like it a lot. Like, I like the idea of it, and I think I've decorated it pretty nicely. But like some of it's just way too open, like this spot right here. The living room, there's two of them. This could have been made into like a mini library. Kitchen, it's pretty okay. But like, this is definitely made for like some sort of bathroom, so why have the windows? It's kinda eh. I like the way you can open and close curtains. It's neat. But upstairs is where it gets stupid. There is all of this open space. And the worst part about it is it gives you these tiny little windows that I have right here that you cannot place back on the walls once you've deleted them off the walls. And I've mentioned this in a few of the posts that they've done on their Twitter. But like, seriously, it's not okay. It is not okay. As someone with OCD, this is something I do not approve of. Now, when it comes to the furniture, I like the new stuff. I always will. But, especially with... So hoping I had in my inventory, so never mind, I can just grab it. Something like this. You see I have two different ones here that aren't actually the same size. They're just like 1 pixel off. It's annoying as all hell. And they're two different styles. So even if I rotated it, I can't rotate it all, like oh yeah, it was this. I wish I had it like this, but flipped, but I go like this, and it faces the opposite direction. So I had to grab this one. It's just little things that would make it nice, like having couches like this have an opposite that is flipped. Or having a flip option. Another one is the counters. If you take this type of countertop and try and place it with this type of countertop, they are two different heights, two different colors, and two different styles. I understand the styles, I understand the colors, but like at least the height, then you could like match it. fridges are pretty cool though. I can stand on them. Now, as someone who grew up with Pokemon, my main goal in a lot of things is to try and have all of it. So, in Dragon Adventures, I have all but the Solarizon. In Pokemon, I give up because there's too many. In this, until about a year ago, I tried to get every single house, except the blimp and the yacht, because those were stupid. The only ones I didn't have was the modern house. The Mars base is new. The fire station was pretty new, but I bought it pretty quickly. And then there's these. Ones that cost way too much. The Spanish Villa, I can understand. That one I think is worth this damn near 1,000 gems. The luxurious, hold on. The luxury modern house, not so much. The modern mansion, way too open, not enough rooms, especially not for that price. I understand if living in luxury means you want to have this huge open space for someone to ride a friggin' truck through your house, then go ahead, I guess. But I don't see the point. And then there's the starter pack stuff. Like, nope, that wasn't the right one. This one. This right here, it costed too much. It costs too much. Actually, pretty sure it was gems beforehand. So, I think that's all I actually had to say for this time. In my opinion, like, long story short, I miss the old bits. I wish there was a lot they kept in, a lot they got rid of, and a lot they left the fuck alone. So thank you for coming to this rant. I don't mean to be mean with any of this, but I wish some games kept the way and the aesthetic that they were brought into this Roblox world. It's something I miss, because I grew up playing this game and I made some of my best friends through this game. Some of my worst enemies, I might add. And enemies in a sense, both in like an actual way and just through my characters. I grew up on this game, and I hate to see it go downhill. But I understand where they're going with it, and hey, if it keeps the people that play it a lot more than I do happy, then go nuts. But I'm just saying. Why? So, thank you all for actually sitting through all this bullshit. Remember to stay happy, stay healthy, and stay creative, everyone. Bye!